Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya Sarvadharma sarupine Avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are, this is the class for Narada's way of love. So today I am just, will not talk deviating from that, rather I will make a synopsis of the entire Narada Bhakti Sutras. So that to get an overall idea what the entire Narada Bhakti Sutra teaches us. So Narada's Bhakti, the devotion is a great practice in spiritual life. Without devotion, one cannot move any step towards self as a God realization. God realization being the goal of life. Who is God? If there is any God, then we should love Him with heart and soul. Love thy Lord. So we'll have to create such a mood so that our love and devotion increases more and more. So there, this bhakti is a very innate characteristic of us. We all love something or other. When we love something or other, that is called worldly love, and when we love God, it is called bhakti. Bhakti is that, a devotion to that Lord God who is the embodiment of joy, bliss and peace. So Narada is one of the eminent Narada is one of the prime devotee who is the exponent of bhakti, and he has narrated the bhakti in a what is called aphoristic way, and those are called Narada's Bhakti Sutras. So in the very first verse, Narada says, Atho ato bhakting bhakkhasamo. Atho means after this now, ataha thereafter, bhakting bhakkhasamo. I will explain what is bhakti, what is devotion. So atho and atho, these are the two very important words. Atho means, when you say after this means you have said something. What I have said, that means this book is meant for not anyone and everyone, unless one have developed some love for God, little desire to find peace and joy in God has developed, and also his character. Ataha means atappara. What is atappara? Atappara means your own, you have gained these qualities, purity of the heart, selfless work, feeling for others, all these noble qualities one has developed. Otherwise, bhakti will not work in an impure mind. So you have developed some type of purity of the heart by selfless work, by dedication the mind in God, or you find no taste for this world that much, rather than you find taste for God more. So there is the question of, it's called adhikari. Adhikari means competent student. Who is competent to read this book? And that is very important. So in Vedanta say, you have read this, studied the scriptures, you have understood the overall meaning of it. Like that, there are certain characteristics. Similarly, for bhakti, one's heart should be pure, one should feel less attraction for the world and worldly things, the attachment for worldly things should be less and less like that. So, that type of devotee, if he'll practices this bhakti, then it will culmination. What will be the end result? First is defining bhakti. Bhakti means we love. We have love in our heart. We love food, we love nice place, we love nice dress, we love nice house, we love nice car, we love so many things. And also we love God. That is not love. Love is that for God should be asmin parama prema rupa. It is of the nature of supreme love. Supreme love means all other love subsides. All other attraction for other thing goes away. Mind flows towards God only. So, when the mind is distracted in thousand things, that is the normal love. Our normal life we looked at from morning till now. I say, oh, I love it. Many times in the conversation, in the middle of the conversation, we say, I like it, I love it, I love it. So I love 100,000 things. And God may be one part of that 100,000 thing. But that is not love. It should be, that love should be so strong, it will supersede all other attractions. That is the magnet, a small piling of iron is attracted towards the magnet, powerful magnet, then it gets away of all other pulls. That is called the bhakti. So, one's one-pointed love for God, and it is in the highest degree, paramo, prema, rupa. Prema means love, unconditional love, and another point, conditional love, the world is all conditional love. You do for me this, I will do for you. You do this and I like it. You don't do this, my attachment or attraction goes away. So this is not that. It is a prema, unconditional love, love for God in whatever condition God keeps me, in suffering, in pleasure, in pain, and in I am not going to leave you. That attachment, unconditional attachment to God, unconditional attachment to God. That's why Sri Chaitanya says, Aslisso va padaratang pinastu. O Bhagavan, O God, you keep me at your, embrace me with love, or you kick me in my, that I am thrown out. But I know that I love you only. I have no other place to go. Because every day in the evening prayer we call Tasmat Tameva Saranang Mamadina Vando. Oh my beloved Lord Ramakrishna, therefore you are my only refuge. I have no other refuge. Bhakti, Bhagascha, Bhajanam, Sri Ramakrishna prayer we every day do, evening prayer. Bhakti, devotion, I know devotion. I know that it is vairagya, detachment, and all these good qualities are release, that can release me from bondage. But I am sorry, I have no love for you, and I have attraction for other things. Therefore, I am taking refuge at you. Please take care of me. So that is the prayer we do. So that our love should increase and increase and increase, and it should go to God in such a degree that it will supersede all other attractions, all other attachments, all other likingness. So that's why
Brahma Sutra also it begins with Athato Brahma Jigyasa, and this begins with Athato.
same thing. It is a bhakti quality, that's the jnana quality. Ultimately qualities are the same quality, but still distinctively. Say, who is bhakti? Those who feel attracted to God, Harikatha, those who want to go to holy places, holy people, holy places of pilgrimage. What are you doing? Writing. So, that's why bhakti has been defined, sa that divine bhakti, pure bhakti, is tasmin, in that. Here is important point. Bhaktas make God as, people will say it is Krishna. Some will say it is Allah. Some will say it is Rama. Some will say, but it may be Nirguna. Sa, tu, but, asmin means in this. That means love for the absolute God. You can bring that idea also here. But it is more of saguna, because the book talks about saguna, sakara. God with form and God with love, compassion, holiness, purity. So in that form, you have thousands of forms. You can choose anyone to your chosen God when you have such tremendous attraction. Mira was a devotee of Krishna. So she has no other choice. Her love is dedicated only to Krishna. So that is the point. Krishna, the only point of love. There is no other things to be loved. Mere to giridhari gopala. Mere to giridhari gopala. Dusra na koi. There is no second. My love, only my refuge is Krishna. There is no other in the world which I love. That means this is one-pointed love. That's why it is called the parabhakti, that supreme love. That's why it is called supreme parama prema rupa. That bhakti is in parama, extremely, supremely attractive attachment to that. That means you decide what is your that. It may be Rama, it may be Krishna, it may be Ramakrishna, it may be Mahakali, it may be Ma Durga, it may be Allah, it may be God, it may be whatever idea. What you call that intense attachment. It happens in human love also. When people fall in love with a girl or a boy, what they do? They forget about mom, dad, brother, sister, duty, responsibility. Time goes away, no? Honeymoon period. And first love at first sight, that time. So this is called the attachment. Attachment is so pure. He forgets his friend. He forgets his mom, dad. Everything becomes secondary. Love for that. So this is the test of how love works. If that love goes to God and no other attraction is there for him to go back, that is called the bhakti. And parama bhakti means supreme state of that. Can you imagine? Like Ramakrishna, crying and weeping on the bank of the river Ganga. And people who are moving, they see that, hey, why this boy of 17, 18 years old rubbing his face on the Ganges? They could not understand. He thought maybe he's a young boy, he's far away from his family, mom and dad, that's why he's very sad and he's crying. But he's crying for Mother Divine. That's called the love. And he does not care who is watching, what people are talking. Well, they're talking, it's a mad guy. He matters little. It is nothing. His mind is totally absorbed in God. That's why it is called Parama Prema Rupa. That means extreme love, extreme devotion to that reality, which is called Ishta Devata. And this bhakti is of the nature of tremendous love. Bhakti means a person who is bhakta means he feels tremendous love. And also Amrita Sarupa. It is of the nature of Amrit. Amrit means nectar. This bhakti is not dry. This bhakti is so sweet that you feel like nectar, like joy inside all the time. That's why they get intoxicated, God intoxicated. Even people, when they sing and dance in the name of God, ordinary people, they get into such mood that they feel that joy within. Dancing and singing in the name of God, that brings that. But it is talking of the extreme condition of that. It is of the nature of Amrita. That means bhakti, love. If you generate love, then there is no question of any time, any suffering, any bereavement, any pain. He purno tabu charanero kache. O Lord, at your holy feet, everything is there. When I am disconnected from you, then only I feel bereavement, pain, suffering and disease. But whatever is at your feet, everything is there. There is no death, there is no disease, there is no bereavement. So this is the Amrita Swarupa, that is. And what happens? When one attains this type of bhakti, what happens to that person? Jang labdhva puman siddho bhavati. He becomes siddha. Siddha means successful. Life's attainment. They attain to the highest goal of life. Siddha, success. And siddha also means, in Sanskrit word siddha has two meanings. One is success, another is soft. It becomes boiled. Our heart, our mind is worldly. So that's why it is rude and crude. When one thinks of God, the heart becomes soft and softer and softer and softer. And that's why it's called the love, karuna, unconditional love flows from them. Ramakrishna, it's love flowing for everyone. Christ is love flowing for everyone. So he says, this is attaining to that, the person who have reached that point, puman, siddho, bhavati, he thinks that I have reached my culmination. What he was to attain, I have attained. I don't need anything. Siddho bhavati, amrito bhavati. I am full of that nectar-like thing. He becomes amrita. He becomes amrita. He becomes nectar. Nectar and see, that means it is as if he is saturated in the joy of God in such a way. He becomes joy. Amrito bhavati. Tripto bhavati. He becomes perfectly satisfied. Our satisfaction will never come when we seek it from the world and worldliness. There cannot be any satisfaction how much one can gain. One poor person getting money, maybe $10,000, he will be rich. $10,000, he will be $20,000. He will not be tripta, satisfied then. Go on, million, billion, no satisfaction. There will be no tripti. But here, attaining to that state, parabhakti, if one attains, you say, I don't have anything to tell. The world is nothing for me. I don't want anything from it. I am saturated in my own sweetness. That I am that experience in a different language. That means that Jivatman becomes absorbed in its own nectar-like absolute blissful state and say, I don't want anything. Even people come with giving the whole king's pleasures, and that is called it does not get deviated. Even the world comes with all its joys and pleasure to give, no? He can refuse that. It is no meaning for me. Even we read in the Bhagavad, in the Narada Kathopanishad, when Jama said that he's asking for immortality, to know what is immortal life, whether there is anything. Teach me about that truth. He said, you are a young boy, a small young boy, you have not experienced the joy and fun of life. Why are you asking for this spiritual entity where there is truth beyond death and what is after death realization? Why are you thinking, I will give you money, I will give you wealth, I will give you all the paradise, joy of paradise, no? Everything I will give you. Don't ask this serious question, this high question. What is in need? You live 100 years, you live more. I will give you 200 years life. But don't ask for this high question. But he said, no, no, sir, I don't want any other thing. I want the solution here. And all your other attractions, let it be with you. Tabaiva vaha tabanritya gite. Sir, your dancing, your singing, and your all the pleasurable things, let it be with you. Please kindly tell me that my real nature, what is that? So this intensity comes, and everything becomes insignificant. Young Labdha, Puman, therefore attaining to that Parabhakti, if anyone can attain a Parabhakti, it becomes perfected, Siddha means perfected, Amrita means immortal, and perfectly satisfied. I don't want anything. I am satisfied fully with me. We may say momentarily in our life, I am satisfied. When we eat food, when it is up to brim, then you say, I am satisfied with food. But that hunger will come tomorrow. It is not like that type of satisfaction. It is a satisfaction which is permanently attained and never to lose that. Tripto bhavati. And what happens? In a further explanation of this, yat prapyo, attaining which, or receiving which, or gaining that bhakti, no kinchit vanchati, he does not crave for anything, na shochati, he does not cry because he has lost something, not dvesti, he has no enmity with anyone, na romate, he does not find any fun and enjoyment, no even utsahi bhavati. That means, utsaha means his endeavor, to start with new endeavor. I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. All I have finished all doing. I have reached that state of perfect joy. And that joy is unending, therefore I don't ask for any other thing, kinchit vanchati. I don't want to lament for anything. I am nothing, nothing to lose. Whether the body stays or goes, whether the stars and galaxies crumble together, I have nothing to fear about, I have nothing to lose about anything. And I don't hate anyone, neither I enjoy the world anyway. And I'm not involved in any new endeavors. That will be the state. And attaining to that's what will happen. Jajgatva mattu bhavati, stabdho bhavati, atmaramo bhavati. Attaining which mattu bhavati. He becomes just mad. Ramakrishna is called mad in joy. Mad for God. Madness. The whole world will look at him and say, what is a person in this? What is this behavior? It is madness. Too much religion, too much spirituality. So reduce, people say. But when that intoxication comes, it becomes mattu bhavati. Mattu means like madden. Madden means when you don't have any other concern. Intoxication, mattu. That's a good idea, mattu. We know the intoxication. People drink something, and drinking, too much drinking, they get intoxicated, no? Look at that. When they get, these are examples to understand. In God's name it can be like that. Intoxication. The example is that Ramakrishna was in Dakshineshwar, and Girish Ghosh, he drank so much, but he wanted to see Ramakrishna. So he came to Ramakrishna, and he entered. He's disbalanced by that way, entering into Ramakrishna's room. Almost he is reeling. But he saw Ramakrishna. And what Ramakrishna is doing? He is clapping his hand and taking the mother's name. And seeing his intoxication, Girish said, where do you get this intoxication? Which brand of wine or alcohol? What brand? What brand? Where do you get this brand? I have taken so much, but I am not getting intoxicated. So give me that brand. Then Sri Ramakrishna sang. He said, Ami Surapan Korina. I don't drink ordinary drinks, but I drink the nectar of the name of the Divine Mother. And when one drinks physically, it says that he is mad, but mon matale, when the mind becomes saturated in this type of intoxication, that is the real person who is lost his identity there. So that's why matto bhavati, intoxication. That is the climax point of intoxication. So that in the name of God, Ramakrishna, someone is talking about God a little bit, and that instantly puts him into that intoxication. And he goes into a state, and he is reeling like that, he cannot keep it. That's why Hridayarama used to hold him always in that samadhi state. So this is the point, that Jajgatva matto bhavati. And sometimes it is one mood, another time stabdho. He does not. Ramakrishna sitting like a dead body. Dr. Sarkar comes, putting the stethoscope. No sign, no heartbeat. Pulse, no pulse. Dead. That's why it is stabdho. Sometimes becomes stabdho. Sometimes atma ramo bhavati. And some other time become fully intoxicated in the joy of his own self. That means it is not from outside. No dependence on anything outside. This is an important point. Bhakti means it comes from your own self. That means he has gone deep into his own self, which is full of bliss and in joy, and there is nothing outside which can distract him. There is total absorption. It is given the example when the bees were flying here and there in search of honey, and he is fluttering his wings and going here, running there. But when he sits on the flower and puts his mouth into it, gradually fluttering goes away. Stabdho. At certain time, when he's sucking, no wings are still, as if it is a dead body. No? So that person, his eyes, Ramakrishna, he did that. Dr. Sarkar, he put the finger in his eyes, but the eyelid didn't fall. It's like a dead body. There is so much withdrawn into the joy within that all external sense organs have become dysfunctional. They don't respond to the normal reactions of the world. Stamattu bhavati, stabdho bhavati. Sometimes they become
It is just
calm.
sometimes, or that one,
In different mood, different time.
different, or then a one set like that intoxicated, and then being intoxicated, quiet, and then with silence, it is because it is Atma.
I do not know. We can only.
Because otherwise it would have said cha or, no other and or is there.
No, I am saying that Thakur is, if we look at the Ramakrishna's life, he is intoxicated, sometimes dancing, intoxicated. Then sometimes stabdho, sometimes sitting like a dead rock, sometimes absorbed in a bliss, smiling and faces beaming with joy. So different, probably, yeah, it can be it may be in one stroke, or it may be different mood, different time, it happens due to that. That means that is the state. So first few verses, the 6 verses, Narada describes what is bhakti, what is devotion. And if you have that bhakti, it is not ordinary love, but the supreme love. If one attains, what happens to that person? He becomes absorbed, he becomes full of bliss, and for him the whole world, or her, the whole world becomes meaningless, no attachment, no attraction, and he is equal to happiness and pleasure and pain, whatever happening, he does not have any identification there, so it becomes totally absorbed. Now, but this is different. 7th verse, Sana Kamayamana Nirodhurupatta. You know, this bhakti is not like that of our object we try to enjoy in the worldly, sensate world. It is not like that. You cannot, it is not of the nature of added with kamana, desire. Rather, it makes us desire free. We desire, I say, oh, I desire this dress, I desire this house, I desire, all that in the mind. But here, this love cannot be of adding desire to the body or mind. It is nirodha. Nirodha means it is perfect peace. No rambling of the waves. Mind does not ramble for going this, going that, going that. It becomes nirodha rupatvat. Karon, but prema bhakti, this devotion, is of the nature of nirodha. And what about nirodha? What to withdraw? Where to withdraw? Mind withdraws from. Loka, Veda, Vyaparo, Naso. He will gradually be detached to Laukika. Laukika means socialization, meeting people, going to party, this, that, it will reduce. Laukika, Nirodhastu Loka Vyaparo. In the affairs of human relationship, in Laukik, in a worldly manner, he will be naso, he will denounce. His mind will automatically say no to that. Loka, Veda. There are Vedic karma kandas. So many rituals you perform, so many chants you do, so many home fire you do. This, he will not be interested into that. Veda Vyaparo. And Loka, Veda Vyaparo. The Vyaparo, the activities related to Laukik, means in the phenomenal world, as we eat, sleep, talk, socialization, partying, his interest will gradually go down, down, down. And with even the ritualistic karma, where there is so much name, fame, power, position, and all these ritualistic activities, his mind will withdraw. So Ramakrishna, ritualistic activity he started with Kali Puja. But when his life is demonstration, what we are reading here, you see in his life, as he is doing the puja, he is getting so absorbed, the rituals are dropping off. He is putting the flower in the head to think of the Divine Mother, and then go on. It may be 5 minutes we do the puja, 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, because we have to finish the puja by 1 hour, 2 hours, no? But for Ramakrishna, he forgot everything. He absorbed in meditation for half an hour, 45 minutes. It is dropping. Intoxication is coming, and the rituals are dropping. So, as one progresses in spiritual life, so Nirodha, he becomes detached, or these activities of the mind connecting with the social issues, social reforms, social activities, and also if you say this is worldly and this is another world, Sarga, heaven, all these jagnas, if you do the sacrificial fire, after death you can go to heaven. So those karma also, they automatically drop from their mind. They do only for, whatever they do, only for bhakti, but devotion. And that's why we pray every day. Oh Lord, I give everything, give me love, give me devotion, give me bhakti. That should be the prayer of a devotee. But this is the thing, it will naturally happen to a bhakta. And what will happen, if you are really uniqueness of this love, rather than worldly love, is this, it is tasmin anannata, tad virudhishu udasinata. As human love, you love someone, your mind goes to that person, that girl or that boy. And you are not interested. There are so many boys, so many girls, but you are not interested. Your mind is going to one. Here also, tasmin anannata. In him, the Lord, your chosen ideal, your mind will go only there and not others. And if you bring this, it is called udasinata. You are indifferent to that. See, the example is there when that story of the Pakhi, what is the name of the bird? Rama. Jata, you know, who is that? He went to Krishna, Rama, and said, I know that you are also Vishnu. So, I think Jata you have it. No, Nam, I forgot. He said that, oh Rama, I know that you are Rama, but you are actually Krishna Narayana. So please, could you be, I'll be very happy if you can show your real form. It was, you are the Narayana. Garuda. So Garuda was, and Rama says, yes, okay, I'll show you. But then he was excited. He said, my friend is Hanuman. Let me go to inform Hanumanji that Lord is so gracious that he is showing the Rama form. No, he is showing the Narayana form, from where Rama is an incarnation of that. Everything comes from Narayana. Krishna, Krishna now it is called Narayana. Vishnu, Narayana. And then he went to, excited, he went to Hanumanji. Hanumanji said, no, I don't want to see anyone. Only Rama. Srinathe, Janaki Nathe, Srinath, the Lord of Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi, which is Narayana, Vishnu. Janaki Nath means Rama, who is the husband of Janaki, Mother Sita. They are all one. I know that. Srinathe, Janaki Nathe, Aveda. They are all one. Paramatma, supreme reality, Satchidananda, Vishnu, Narayana. I know that. Tathapi, still, Mama Sarvasya, my everything is Ramaha Kamalalochana. That Rama whose eyes are like lotus, that Rama is my only goal. So that's called, it is called the one-pointed love. So one-pointed love, even one don't want to see Rama, who is an incarnation of Narayana or Vishnu, even that I don't want to see. Only this much. So such one-pointed love goes. And other things, whichever comes, it becomes detached, udasin. And it's defining, very, very beautiful. So ananna love, tad vidudhish udasinata, tasmin anannata. Anannata means what, kid? One anannata is a technical term. That means without tyaga, means renunciation of any other support system. That is called ananna. No other support. I don't want to go to this person. When the devotees fall in such difficulties, they will not go to anyone, but only depend on God and God. Let me, for their hunger, for their thirst, for their money, for their anything, they don't go to anyone. So it is only they. Who was asked that in Benares or in Vrindavan, there is one sadhu. So some devotees used to bring food, but sometimes they would not. So one day one gentleman came and said, Mahatmaji, sir, who is feeding you? And he boldly said, Kaun khilati? Who is feeding more? It is Durga Mai khilati. Mother Durga is only my Ishta, and she is feeding me. Who matters little, who brings, I don't care for it. It is mother is sending to them. See, we thank the person, no? If someone gives me some gift, it is no. It's God is sending me. That person is a media, like a postal person, carrying the information or bringing the packet for you. But it is not his gift, it is coming from God. So devotion, when increased, it will have this type of tenacity and interest. So anannata means tyago anno asrayanang tyago. Tyago means renunciation of any other support system. Thinking that people go to rich person, to a person of political power, to a person of social status, people go to take shelter. But bhakta will never go to anyone, only God. That's it. Onno asra tyaga. He renounces them. And udasin means what? What is udasin? Indifferent means loke bedesu tat anukula acharanam tat viradhishu udasinata. Udasinata means it will be Laukik and Vedic karma. For so long you are in the body, you do follow the scriptural injunction and live that life and avoid which the scriptures say no to it. That is called udasinata. Then he says, then what is the sign of bhakti? Yeah, we are practicing bhakti, we are all bhaktas, no? But what is the sign? How shall I know I am growing in love for God or not? He says, Tal lakshanani bachante. I am describing the sign, symptoms of your devotion. Whether you know that really you are developing, you are loving God more, you are moving towards God more. So, it is according to different philosophies, different what is called sects and denominations, that the signs are being described differently. One sage says, Parasar Rishi. Parasar is who? Vyasa's father. Vyasadeva, who has wrote the, what you call the Brahma Sutra, Mahabharata. So, that composer, he is called Vyasa. So he say his definition is that puja adishu anuraga. If someone is found that he is gradually getting interested in performing the puja, plucking flowers, doing sandal paste, thinking like that, to waving incense, first, a departure from normal life. Our normal life will be eating, sleeping and chit-chatting and gossiping. When the gossip comes, gossip is a big feast rather than any rasagulla or ice cream. No? So, but he will leave all these things. His interest or her interest will be growing towards worship, puja, ritualistic puja. It is from ritualistic work to ritualistic puja. This is one definition. If we find someone is really less, some people say, oh, in that morning I do puja for about 1 hour, 2 hours. That means they are spending some time thinking that Lord is here and I am connected with it. So that is the one sign that he is growing in love for God. Otherwise, why he will be in the shrine room? He will be going for his own interested place. Why to spend 1 hour, he will sleep more. Why will he get up 1 hour early? Nah. So that indicates that he is growing in love with God. That's the one sign. It is said by a sage whose name is Parasar, Vyasa's father. Then some say, Katharishu iti Gargaha. The Garga, the sage Muni, Garga Rishi says that Katha Adisu. Ajay, we are talking about God. In this type of discussion or discourse, when one feels interested in it, that you are growing, your interest is growing for listening to words and messages regarding the Lord God, of your choice, maybe Bible, maybe Quran, or maybe Upanishad or Gita, whatever. When you are interested in listening to the message of the Lord, and you are interested in His words, what the Lord has said, then you know that your mind is changing from the world to the divine. So that is a sign of bhakti. Atmaruti is another. Sandilla Rishi, this says Sandilla, he also composed the aphorisms. He says, Atmarutir abirodheno. That means you love the sense objects, but if it is not contrary to your love for God, you love everything. You love everything because it belongs to God. But where there is no God, you don't like it. That is called the sandillo, your devotion. That means your attachment. You like friends who are talking about God. You like to go to some group of people where you find that they are talking about your God, and many groups people go to listen to different discussions and other things. So it is Atmaroti abirodheno. Atmaroti, which is not contradictory. Virodhi means contradictory. You are not opposite of contradiction. There is no contradiction. To Atmaroti, to love for God. Here Atma, what they are using Atma, you can say whom you beloved, your beloved Lord. That roti is a deeper term. Roti is a deeper term of bhakti. Bhakti is love. Roti is intense love. The gradation of love is Atmaroti avirodheno vishaye. So you can love something. You can take some food, but your love for the food will be not how tasteful the food, but when it is offered to God or not. But that bhakti, it is called bhakti, but your Atmaroti, it is not contradicting with your devotion to God. That means you are eating, you have to eat. But when it is connected in that way, it is not contradicting the enjoyment of the food or drink. You take prasad, all the nice food goes, and how we release the food. And then say, who has cooked? That is not a good idea. You have to think that it is offered to God, it is full of blessings of God, so it's good. But no, we forget that. So that is called the bhakti. Narada, now the last description of Narada says, you are growing in love, how will you understand? That your Naradastu tadarpita akhilo acharata. All your habits and doings, actions, from morning till night, whatever you do, it is tad arpito. You offer everything. Oh Lord, I offer everything to you. Good, bad, I did this karma. I think this way. I dress this way. It is for you, for you, for you. I offer it to you, offer it to, offer it to. Every time, as I say, it is like quick bank transfer. Mentally, transfer it to at the feet of the Lord. I am doing for you. Oh Lord, it is for you only. And if one can do that, then you know he is a bhakta. And tad vishmaran, if you forget offering that, or you forget God, then you will be restless. You will find that I am not happy. Dissatisfaction will come. That is called the bhakti. So according to Narada, that is the conclusive idea is that very powerful. It says that this, Narada says that what is called bhakti, now you should have the spiritual attitude of offering everything you are doing. You are taking a shower, you are cleaning something, you are offering, cooking something, you are mopping something, anything, all your behaviors, all your thoughts, everything, oh Lord, I am offering to you, it is offering to you. This cleaning is offering, this food is offering to you, eating also, seeing something, it is all you. So that is called bhakti, and also in this way you remember God, and if you forget in one split second, then you'll be feeling restless. Like Ramakrishna is to feel less restless.
That Narada is someone for
Yeah. Bolo.
Is this the divine discontent?
It is called divine discontent. Yes, Parama Vakulata. Yeah. Kotai, where are you going?
I'm just going to the ladies.
Quickly, 2 minutes. Now, this type of devotion is exceptional devotion. So it is said, is there any such, is this possible? Is it possible to have this type of love? That my mind, my all actions, everything will go to God and God and God. I'll be able to offer everything to God. And I'll be restless and feeling uncomfortable when I will forget God. Is it possible? Then he said, yes, yes. It is possible. You can find in the life of the gopis of the Vrindavan who loved Krishna, and there is nothing in their mind but Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. They are eating, they are sleeping, they are dressing, they are cooking. Everything is Krishna, 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 Krishna. So that, tatha jatha brajagopika. Some may say, brajagopis they don't actually love Krishna in that depth. They are attracted to the physical feature of Krishna. Well, no, that you cannot say. These gopis, they are not gone to the universities to learn the philosophy, but they are always remembering that he is Lord himself, the Lord God. He is the God himself, Lord himself is the Lord God of the world. That knowledge they have. Huh? So this is the example that there is such exception that there people can practice and can get this type of love. That is a very assertion that it is not talking theoretical and there is no example, no one can get it. No, it is possible to have that, and it needs practice. And in this it's practice. What are the practice to be done? Quickly, you do some mokkatastu mahat kripa. You have to have it, all this thing, by your serving the holy man. Service to holy man is the greatest way to reach this state of bhakti. And dussanga, avoid people of negative thoughts. Sarvatha, in all conditions. Those who are negative, those who are always talking about worldly talk, just try to avoid it. Or you be there, don't put a plug, ear plug. Don't listen those talk. But why? Why you do not know? Because it will arouse in your mind desire for world, kama. If the desire not fulfilled, you will feel angry, kama, krodha, moha, delusion. You will forget God, and your buddhi will be lost, and that will be the loss of everything. Sarvanasa karanat. So, therefore, keep this effort that don't go into bad association, don't talk negative talks, think of positively God and God alone, and go to that place where your spirituality is encouraged. Kastarati kastarati mayam. Who is there who can cross this maya, this total delusional thing? Every whole world is all deluded in that. Who can do that? Ja sangang stajuti. Who has given up the association of the world and worldliness? Jo mahanubhavam sevate. Who always keeps in his mind mahanubhav, great thoughts. Think of Brahman, think of Atman, think of the Lord's gracious presence, think of the divine sport of Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, that, and Mamata nirmamo bhavati, who becomes nirmamo, means free from me and mindness. Get out of the me and mindness. That person can cross Maya. Who can cross the Maya? Who loves to live in solitude. Vivikta sthanam. Vivikta sthan means you need not have to go to the forest. Vivikta sthan, you find a place, seclusion in your heart. Come out of the turmoils of life and try to feel that there is a presence of Lord in your heart. And who cuts asunder all these worldly ties with the people, who can go beyond the three gunas, and who can really rely on God for everything. Yoga and Kshema. What one has, what has not, they all depend on God. So this is the way to reach that point. And this bhakti is, we have, everyone have this characteristic, only it can be, if it is directed towards God, then it will bring shanti, peace in perfecting life. And don't go for any other thing, but you can be attached to, if this bhakti can be guna mahatma shakti. Guna means glory, quality. Mahatma means glory. When you talk about the glory, think about the glory of the Lord, that is one sign of your bhakti. Rupa Shakti may be attached to the beauty of the Lord's form, Ramakrishna's face beaming with joy. That's a beauty, that beauty is unparalleled beauty. You may be attracted to that, Rupa Shakti. You may be attached to puja, worship and other things. You may be attached to remembering God all the time, japa, japa, japa. You may be feeling that I am the servant of the Lord. You can think, be attached to God by friendship, shakha. You may think that God is my husband, God is my wife, God is my husband. Think that way. You attached, you may be thinking that God is my child. You may think, I surrender everything to God in my life. And then you can be also thinking that I am totally absorbed into that, my beloved Lord. And also you may be feeling sometime in desperation, what is called the viraha. Viraha means pangs of separation. Divine, just you said, this. So that may be the way. So it can manifest in this way. So devotion is very natural with us, and we can practice this. And holy company and is a great resource for that. And we should detach from the worldly thing, and gradually every day more and more absorbed in God and God's, and your heart will be seeking for such place where you will find peace, where you will find joy in God, not in the world, not in worldly people, detaching. And then you can love God in His beauty, you can love God in the worshipping, as you have discussed so many ways, 11 ways of loving God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay, so there are one or two questions. Sometimes I face difficulty waking up early morning for prayer, waking up late, rushing to do some prayer. I feel God is not accepting my prayer. How to keep mental forbearance with bhakti as a householder. Very good. You feel discomfort, that is your bhakti. There are many people who don't feel that they will have to pray to God. They get up from the bed, eat some sumptuous meal, and then go for office work. But you are feeling that after the day, I am late, I could not do meditation today. That means you are seeking for, your heart is loving God. So that's a good progress. But you should be practical. And depending on your duty, depending on your timing, you will have to adjust. But we can remember how to develop this devotion, bhakti, for the householder means not for any householder, everyone. We have to remember, oh Lord, you are in my heart. I forgot. I could not sit with you because I am doing your work. So talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. That's why the Holy Mother is to Saran Manan. Remember and just correct mentally, thinking of him. He is here, he is with me. Another question, what is the concept of Sankalpa in the context of Bhakti? Sankalpa will say, oh Lord, I don't want anything. All I do, give me love, give me devotion. That resolution. Sankalpa means Sanskrit word, meaning is resolution. What will be the resolution? Resolution will be, oh Lord, let me not forget you. Please help me so that I can remember you. Whole day, in all my actions, in all my thoughts, I can be with you. So this type of prayer is good. Okay? So tomorrow,
Is it parables of Sri Ramakrishna?
parables of Sri Ramakrishna.
I think so.
Anyhow, Swami Atmavidyananda, tomorrow's Friday, so that class will be there. Thank you all. Jai Ma.